Told you the funniest part.
Carlos, what did you think about the Chris?
It was going good.
What did you think about the Chris Rock special?
I think it was good.
Why are you leaving?
Because I'm gonna throw up.
No, you're not.
You want me to throw up on camera?
No, Carlos, come back. Don't you want Chris Rock makes you want to throw up? Why are you insulting poor Chris Rock for? He did a really funny special. Carlos, Carlos is my roommate. He doesn't want to talk. We watched a Chris Rock special. Carlos, the fans want to know. Carlos, they want to know about how you like this. It's so good. He doesn't want to talk about how good the Chris Rock special is. So I guess I'm just going to have to talk about it. It was really, really funny. I enjoyed checking it out. And I definitely think that I definitely thought that it was really smart of Chris Rock to wait the year, because it's been a year, right, since he did get slapped in the face. And he had a lot of cool points. Like, one of my favorite points that he made was that, things that people do to get attention or to get noticed. And it's like, oh, they either show their butts or they do other things. They do something unheard of, not unheard of, but, acts of violence. They do, they try to get people to feel bad for them. There's so many ways, I guess he was talking about how there's so many ways in our society that we all kind of try to get attention, and that's like the world that we live in right now. And then at the end, he waited to the end. He talked about it throughout, like, he kept making jokes about Will Smith being a rapper, the rapper that attacked me, which I thought was really funny, because, Will Smith was at the Oscars, and he was just saying, like, this is like a, the rapper mentality, I guess. But it was a really good, he talked about that. He talked a lot about Meghan Markle, which I thought was really funny, because, the whole, like, Meghan Markle situation, he's like, well, you knew going into it that you were dealing with a family like this. As somebody who's done comedy before, it's really hard for somebody to go up on stage and do jokes like that. And Chris Rock is so seasoned, and he's just so natural up on the stage. And I was just wondering, like, watching him, did people help him write his jokes? Has he been workshopping these jokes for the last year? Who knows? I don't know. I want to ask my friends, because I have a lot of friends who know him. Whoa, George, what are you doing? And he was just really good. George, what did you think about Chris Rock? George liked it. George sat with me on the couch the whole time. And honestly, like, one of my friends, because I have a bunch of roommates, and they were like, Lauren, we thought you and Carlos were fighting with each other. Because we were just it was loud, and, like, we were laughing so hard. So it was really, really funny. And at the end, he starts talking about the Will Smith stuff, which, he mentioned how he was a fan of Will for years, and then he mentions, like, some movie where Will gets beat up, and he was just saying, like, no, I love that movie. Because he did bring up the fact that Will is a lot bigger than him, and, he couldn't hit Will back because of his how his parents raised him, which I thought was good. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, what is Will Smith's response going to be about this, and what is Jada Pinkett Smith's response going to be? That's all I'm wondering. And then another thing that he brought up was that, all the drama was going on that Jada was talking about on TV about her, like, I guess she had cheated on him. And on Will's defense, he was probably, like, in a really dark emotional place where when he ran up and he hit Chris. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, if I were him, I don't know. If my significant other went on a podcast and talked about stuff like that, I don't know where I would be. I would just feel really I would feel really embarrassed. So he was probably really embarrassed, and maybe he wanted to even change, maybe it was his idea to change the, like, the press, like, let's change the story. But I don't know if you guys remember, I did a live reaction to the Oscars with Sally Kirkland, and while we were watching it, we thought it was fake. We didn't even believe that actually happened. So it was just yeah. But I wish I should take notes when I'm watching these comedy specials, because there's a lot of jokes I really like. Some I was like, whoa, you know, but then some of them I really related to, and I mean, he really went hard on Meghan Markle. But you know, the truth is like, yeah, and he brought up a good point where like so many people are in mixed relationships in this day and age, and like we all have to like, you know, realize that, you know, he even said, you know, if you know, in a black family, if you were to bring a white girl home, it would be the same thing. So he's like, he called it family drama, which I liked, and it's taking those I guess widely talked about subjects and bringing light to them in a funny way. He's not making fun of her, he's just, I guess, explaining it in a way that we can all understand, you know, which I liked. And I love how he was just like, yeah, she went on Oprah, like he's like with her, so I thought that was funny. And then he brought up the Kardashians, which was hysterical, and he brought up the Kardashians' relationship history, which I thought was really funny. I saw he left Pete Davidson out of it. That might be because he knows Pete. Pete is also a stand-up comedian, so maybe that's because he knows Pete. He didn't want to throw him under the bus with all of that. But yeah, it was funny. And then he brought up you know, Rob Kardashian and the OJ case and all of that, which I thought was also really like a funny way to kind of bring it to light. And he was saying how the Kardashians are cursed. And it was just a really great special. And if you guys have Netflix, I totally think you should watch it. How I realized it was going on Netflix was that, you know, of course I follow Netflix on Instagram, and I saw they were live. So of course I click on it because Netflix doesn't go live that often. And it was their live was there to promote his special, which I thought was really cool. I was like, oh, this is actually genius. Netflix is promoting Chris Rock's comedy special by doing a live stream and telling everybody about it. So I thought that was really, really awesome as well. But all in all, I think Chris did a great job, and I really kind of want to see him live now. He was in Baltimore doing it, so that was cool. Definitely cool, because some of my good friends live in Baltimore, guys. But where do y'all live? Let me know. And let me know, do you guys like comedy or not? Do you like going to comedy shows? I guess one of my favorite stand-ups is Dave Chappelle, and he brought up like the fact, he actually mentioned Dave. He said like, you know, how people think they could go on stage and punch people and stab people and do all these crazy things. And, you know, I just think it's really sad. If somebody's on stage as an artist, I don't think you should go up and hit them. You know, just you know, a good message for our viewers. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below, did you watch the special? What was your favorite part? And also, do you like stand-up comedy? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Give this a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, I love you, and bye.